what?
24th.
May 24th. It was supposed to be cycle 3, dose 3, or dose 3 of cycle 3, treatment day. And I can't get it today because my white blood cells are really low. So they've been trending low the last few weeks, but today they're really low. They're like 0.5, and so basically means I only have about 500 cells that's out there that can fight any type of infection that I could potentially be exposed to, and so that's too low to receive treatment, because treatment is only going to take it down even lower, pretty much to nothing, and we don't want that. So it's a little disappointing, a lot disappointing actually, to just be driving back home knowing that everything is pushed back. Scheduling was definitely an issue as well, because everything is pushed back a week. So that means even the injections don't happen this week. Everything happens next week, and the center doesn't have any availabilities. Cars are, oh gosh, move that away. There's no availability at the Greer Center, the AYA Center. So I called the Ferris Road Center, the main center, to see if we can get everything scheduled there, and they're working on it. So just waiting. So when there's a delay, or when your treatments have to be pushed back, it pushes back everything in your life pretty much. It's what it feels like. So I had everything like scheduled out for this week. Everything, from all the kids' activities, my appointments, the injections, everything. And so now that everything is pushed, it goes into next week, and next week was going to be my light week because I didn't have injections next week. I just only had treatment next week, and then now that messes everything up, because now I do have injections next week, because this treatment, everything that was supposed to happen this week now happens next week. And so treatment and injections along with everything else, it's going to work out. It's fine. It's just stressful reorganizing your schedule when it's already a busy schedule, because right now it looks like my actual infusion is going to be on a Wednesday instead of Tuesday, and I had a closing scheduled for Wednesday. Everything originally was going to work out, but now it's not. So yeah, here we are, but we're still rolling. So that's what's important, and I have to be strong enough to receive treatment for treatment to work. So it is what it is. Okay, so it's a little after 11. I'm back home, and for the most part, everything is, I guess it's all worked out now. So the scheduler from the first center, I guess the main center is like how I refer to it, was able to get cycle 4 mostly scheduled through. I think it's still the last week of cycle 4 that she's still working on, but it doesn't look like she'll have any problems scheduling that. So that's good news. And next week is already covered. So the 3rd dose of cycle 3 is scheduled, along with the injections. Everything is good to go for next week. So next week is good. It's just, like I said, this has been frustrating because, for one, to go in there and to realize that you can't get what you've already kind of geared yourself up and hyped yourself up to receive, to be told that you can't get it is disappointing. And so I did, shed some tears initially while I was in there, because I just assumed that it was going to be like every other week, and I would get my infusion, and, it'd be 1 week I can check off my list. But it's, it didn't happen that way, and it's okay, but it is what it is. So that's that. The other thing in this that's a little frustrating, so during the appointment, we were talking about how my face is so puffy. And so I was like, hey, what's going on with that? Do you think that's the steroid? And so the nurse practitioner initially thought that it was like the steroid that I get with the pre-meds. And I'm like, well, no, I'm taking the steroid that says I have to take it for the first 3 days after chemotherapy. And she looked like she was confused, like she didn't know what I was talking about. And then it finally hit her that the medicine I'm talking about, I'm supposed to take it when I'm doing part B of treatment and not part A, but no one told me that. They just wrote a bunch of prescriptions, and you go by the directions that's on the prescription. But apparently the Taxol that I'm getting, it's probably not gonna need the steroid, is what they were saying. But anywho, so basically I've been taking a steroid for the last, how many weeks am I not in now? 7-8 weeks, for nothing. 8 weeks, right? I don't know, but anyway, yeah, basically I've been taking it for nothing. Anywho, so the other part of this that's like, I'm cool now, but like I said, I was upset initially, because it's like, it's so crazy how when you first find out like you have cancer and you got to get chemo, and you're all like, freaking out about it because it's poison. Like, nobody wants to put this poison in their body to break down all their healthy cells, to try to get rid of the bad cells. It's like, it's poison. You don't really want it, but you accept it, and you move on with the idea of getting it, and then you are all committed about getting it. Like, you're so committed to then get in there to say you can't get it. It's like, what? Like, no, we signed up for this. We are getting this thing. Give me my poison. This is what I signed up for. So give it to me. What do you mean I can't get it? I just think it's kind of funny now. It's not funny in the moment, because like, I legitimately was upset about it, because it pushes everything back. Like, when you get that treatment plan and that calendar starts rolling out, you have that finish line. Like, you see what that finish line could potentially be, and you're looking forward to it. And so everything now is pushed back by a week. Yes, it's only a week, but it's a week. I want it to be finished a week sooner. So again, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. And so that comes with the territory. I'm sure I'm not the first person, won't be the last person that has to have a pushback. It's just that my schedule does not have room for pushbacks. My schedule, because again, my schedule involves kids activities, closings, and everything else in between. So there's no room for pushbacks, but God is saying it is room, or somebody's saying there's room for a pushback, and we're going to do this pushback. So it is what it is, but I just wanted to share that. So here we go. On a positive note, now that we know my neutrophils are so low, yesterday was Mataya's 1-year appointment, and her pediatrician asked me if the oncologist said anything about me being around like live vaccines or anything. And so with Mataya's, appointment yesterday, she was supposed to get her immunizations, and the doctor made a good call. Her pediatrician made a good call by holding her MMR and varicella vaccines, because they are live vaccines. And with her knowing that I'm going through chemotherapy, she just wanted to err on the side of precaution and not put me in a position to where I was exposed to something. And so, yeah, like moving forward today, now knowing what the cell counts are, like her pediatrician made a excellent call yesterday by holding the MMR and the varicella. So shout out to Mataya's pediatrician, because she was on it. And I appreciate that.